Which is it? Is it a beanie baby in your view, or is it something that has inherent value that's going to be part of the financial system decades from now? Which is it?
Oh, welcome back to the Money Talk Show TV. I am your host with the most. I am the financial motivator, the educator, options trader, the money coach, boy. But today we're going to talk about that Bitcoin, that BTC ETF, and why it dropped to 42K. And the haters in the game, boy. We got a lot of haters in the game. Let's get into it. Okay, Crypto Squad, now grab your seatbelts because we about to dive straight into the latest roller coaster ride in the crypto world, baby. Okay, Bitcoin is on a wild journey and it's making waves. So let's break it down, okay? Now you see the headlines behind me. Bitcoin's up down to 42K. A lot of good things going in there, but you better hold on tight, folks. Hold on to your seatbelt because Bitcoin just pulled a surprise move, dropping low all the way to the floor and triggering a whopping $338 million in liquidations. Okay, that's what's going on. It's a lot of liquidations going on in the crypto world, okay? Now, yeah, you might heard it right. The crypto roller coaster just took a plunge. Now, picture this. The crypto market, a dramatic arena where millions are at stake. Liquidations happening left and right. And Bitcoin charts looking like a heart rate monitor on overdrive. Beep, beep, beep. It's the stuff crypto dreams and nightmares are made of. Buckle up because this is definitely an adrenaline rush. And I'm from Chicago, but I ain't no twister, okay? Now, how about before you panic, okay, before you get all hysterical and get all crazy, let's dissect this drama, okay? What caused this shakeup and a drop with crypto? Play by play. Uncover the mysteries behind the numbers. Man, so go ahead and stay tuned. Hit the like button, subscribe. On it now. I'm back on it. In there. Now, crypto enthusiasm, enthusiast. It's analyst time, okay? We got some expert breaking down the charts, exploring the market sentiment, and dissecting the reasons why this jaw-dropping event even happened. So get ready for some serious knowledge. Bombs about to be dropped up on you, okay?
Disapproved a number of these over the years, and something had changed. I'm a deep believer in the rule of law and a respect for the courts, and taking a new court decision into consideration, we move forward. I think this is the most sustainable path forward.
So it appears, though, from what you're saying and reading through the decision as well, that what changed is not necessarily something inherent to crypto or Bitcoin per se, but what changed was what the courts did. Is that the way to think about this?
Well, again, we do everything here at the Securities and Exchange Commission within the law and within how the courts interpret those laws. And that's what the American people expect, and that's what we do here.
What is your message to investors about Bitcoin now? Because we're going to have all sorts of public investors now potentially have access to Bitcoin in a way that they didn't before. We were just talking to Larry Fink. He said that he got a huge wave of new investors getting into Bitcoin through this ETF. You have still suggested to be cautious about it, and I'm trying to understand how you think about those cross currents in terms of the message you're telling investors.
Look, Bitcoin itself, we did not approve, we do not endorse. This is a product called an exchange-traded product, a way that investors can invest in that underlying non-security commodity called Bitcoin. But yes, investors, I think, should be aware that the underlying asset is a highly speculative, volatile asset, and amongst its use cases is really for illicit activity, money laundering and sanctions and ransomware and the like. And I know that you've asked other people over the last few days, is it being used as a store of value. It's a speculative, volatile store of value. Is it being used as a payment anywhere? Are we buying cups of coffee with it? Not really. The only payment mechanism it's being used for in a primary sense is illicit activity. So I think you've been spot on about that, Andrew.
So just on that note, Mr. Chairman, this is out, and I'm not going to take either side on the whole thing, and it's kind of funny. These are, I don't know the exact units, but if you look since 2017, what's been used to launder money, 20,000 is the unit for a dollar. 33 is the unit for Bitcoin. So that's a multiple of I don't know how much for dollars being used for money laundering versus Bitcoin. But now I could see Bitcoin bears saying, really? Well, it's not even good for money laundering. Then it has zero value. I could just see that as another arrow in the quiver for the bear case. But the question I wanted to ask you was this: let's take the continuum. Let's take the rat poison, Beanie Baby, Jamie Dimon, Charlie Munger versus we had yesterday on our Coinbase CEO. Did you hear him make the case for Bitcoin? I mean, it was almost like a symphony to Bitcoin bulls, Chair Gensler. The proof of work, akin to gold. Every monetary aspect we've had for thousands of years is represented perfectly. And Tom Lee, there's never been a mistake on the blockchain out of trillions of transactions. You understand it. You taught at MIT. Which is it? Is it a Beanie Baby in your view, or is it something that has inherent value that's going to be part of the financial system decades from now? Which is it?
Look, no doubt there are innovations within this field, and those innovations, which I taught about at MIT, around a ledger system. It's just an accounting system called the blockchain technology. But there's an irony in the midst of this. Satoshi Nakamoto said this was going to be a decentralized system. And finance, this has led to centralization. Think about the irony of those who say this week is historic. This was about centralization and traditional means of finance that investors who could already express themselves in Bitcoin, you could already, before this week, buy it through major brokerage houses. But now you can buy it through this thing called an exchange-traded product.
But the underlying asset still has
centralized.
The underlying asset still has the decentralized, distributed ledger, all those characters. That sounds like I don't know. That sounds like
no, Andrew. With all respect, there's a lot of centralization here, and
now there you have it, crypto fam. Bitcoin's wild ride and a liquidation saga. Stuff legends are made of, baby. Okay. Now, what's your take on this situation? Do you believe Bitcoin is going down because of these liquidations and other things? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let us know. Hit that button, like, subscribe, because we definitely going to be hitting you up daily or weekly with these crypto roller coaster rides. Be blessed. It's a news update on that crypto. Okay. Get into it.